Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today we have finally another flip through video in this channel. It's been a hot minute since I've done one of those. I think my last flip through was for the month of November. I've just decided to go ahead and skip those other months because it was just already so late in the year. By the way, I am coming with a new video that's going to be my full 2020 flip through, so I'm super excited about that one. You'll be able to see my December insert that you haven't seen it yet, and also a couple of my inserts from the beginning of the year that I've never shown this channel before. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. So for this insert, this was gifted to me by one of my pen pals. So it is a regular size TN, and it's also with different papers. So you're gonna see that throughout my flip through. You see that, you know, you have different papers, different colors. It was a really fun insert to work with. She does have a shop, and I think she sells those, so I'll link her shop in the description box down below if you're interested in checking it out. I highly suggest that you check it on your computer because it is in Chinese, so you can actually use Google Translator to translate the page to English. Unless you speak Chinese, then you're good. All right. So for the theme of the cover, I decided to go with a Chinese New Year theme, you know, something different. My pen pal is Chinese, and I thought it was appropriate to decorate the cover with a Chinese New Year theme. So I just covered up the entire cover with this Chinese letter that I got it from Art Atelier. This ephemera is also from Art Atelier, as well as this you know, piece of ephemera that has my name in here. And she always includes this personalized ephemera on the top of the box, so I used it because I thought it was super cute. I put this leaf that's a sticker leaf that also came with the box, and I just, you know, made a bow with some twine, and I just stamped with some wax seal in red and black, and I thought it turned out pretty cute. It was very simple, but I really like how it turned out. So when you flip over to the first page, here's the cover page. I just put February 2021 in here because I didn't put it on the front cover. I used this washi tape that I also got it from Art Atelier subscription box. She sent a bunch of ephemeras with the Chinese New Year theme, so I was just using that up. I use also this handmade paper that I got it from Cafe Analog, and this mushroom I got it from my pen pal. It's from this artist called Paypen, and this one was gifted to me by one of my pen pals. I don't know where it comes from. By the way, I'll link all of those shops in the description box below if you're interested. All right, moving on. This is the first day of February. And this was, I just decided to do kind of like a welcome February page. Nothing crazy. I use the same washi. I really like this one. And I always receive those ephemeras on the Art Atelier subscription box that has the calendar for the month. So I just decided to stick in here. And yeah, I just did some writing for the day. Nothing special happened. The next day, February 2nd, I decided to go with a more kind of like a vintage style. No particular reason. As you can see here, I used an envelope kind of like to create a pocket so I can put my journal entry inside. There's a lot of personal information in here, so, you know, it was very personal these days. So I decided to just create this pocket so I could put my journal entry in there. The next day, this was February 3rd. This was a Wednesday. And as you can see here, the paper that she used for those pages was a vellum. So it was super beautiful. So I just went with it. On this other side was a cream, kind of like a yellow. But yeah, I decided to decorate something that kind of matched the colors. There was a lot of things that were personal as well. So I put in my journal entry inside of this other envelope that I glued down here on the page, and there was a lot of things related to my work, so I just, you know, fussy cut the word realtor, and I also put this coat that I got it. I think I got this one from Art Atelier box as well, but it says "Be clear about what brought you here and what you hope to find, and embrace the possibility that you might change your mind. It's so true, and it was very relatable to what happened this day, so I just put it in here. Another day that had a lot of personal things. You're gonna notice throughout this insert here that this was a heavy month. It was very difficult month, so I have a lot of personal journal entry, so I'm gonna be covering a lot of those days here, so sorry about that, but you know, sometimes you just have to cover certain things. But yeah, so I just did this kind of like a tip in, and you know, the theme of the page has nothing to do with what happened today, but I just wanna, you know, to decorate with something that I could cover the whole page. And the quote here that says, "You know you are in love when you can fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams," has absolutely nothing to do with what happened today, but it had some orange and blue, so it matched with the color scheme, so I went ahead and used it. Then the next day here, this was Friday, February 5th. Another very dark day. Now this was a very dark day, like so you're gonna notice that when I have really bad days, I have the tendency to actually try to cover my journal pages with black for some reason. I think it's like it really describes the day. I don't know. So yeah, so I decided those 2 pages for this journal is actually white. So I actually, you know, just went with some Tombow markers in black and just completely covered the side of the page. And on this other one, I left white, but I used this black paper, and my, you know, journal entries in here. I'm not gonna show you because privacy. We went to this Korean barbecue for dinner, me and my husband and my brother-in-law. So it's called Kokio. I think that's how I pronounce. I don't know. So I put it in here. The packaging from the, you know, for the chopsticks. And in here I used some stickers, cloud stickers, you know, to kind of symbolize that my head was in the clouds. So I just kind of drew kind of like a girl, like with her neck and, you know, her shoulders, and it's kind of like her head. It's in the cloud type of deal. And I just found this quote on Pinterest and I wrote it. I know I have friends, but I feel like I have no one to talk about that goes on in my head. If you can read that, yeah, just for the algorithm. All right, next day, Saturday, February 6th. This was a fun layout. I decided to actually do very colorful because I was looking for some cutout magazines, so I could cut out the word INFJ. This day I actually find out, I took the personality test to find out my personality type, and I find out that I was INFJ, which is so crazy. I was never into figuring out personality traits or anything like that. It just so happened this day I just decided to take the test, and oh my god, it's so on point. It explains so much about me. If you know about this, INFJ, it's apparently one of the rarest personalities out there, and he explains a lot about why sometimes I feel nobody understands me. If you ever took this test, let me know in the comments down below what's your personality type. I'm kind of curious. Anyways, moving on. The next day, this was February 7th. This was a Sunday. I took some pictures for the day, so I just, you know, printed and put it in here. It was a very fun day. Me and my husband, we actually went to Sedona, to Oak Creek. He wanted to go fishing, so I tagged along. And while I was watching him, I just sat down by the river and I was actually working and reading some books, so it was a lot of fun. This next day here, this was Monday, February 8th, a very colorful layout here. Not my style at all, but I really like how it turned out. I used this kind of like a, I forgot what it's called, cardboard, I don't know, like cardstock. That I got it from, I think I got this one from Hobby Lobby. It's like a flowers card stock thing. But yeah, I just wrote my journal entry in here. This was a very bright day. It was very fun. I was very happy. So I wanted to kind of like, you know, indicate that in my journal. I'm gonna keep it private because it has a lot of personal things in here, a lot of thoughts about my life. So, but yeah, you got the idea. So this next day, oh God, you can see where I'm going with here. The whole page I cover with this tissue paper in black because it was a very dark day. I put it my entry here just covered for privacy reasons, but in here I put a quote that I also found on Pinterest. It says, "What if everything you're going through is preparing you for what you asked for?" So true, isn't it? Anyways, moving on, the next day, this was Wednesday, February 10th, another, you know, finally bright day. So this page here on my journal is actually this color, this pink. I don't like this pink at all. I don't like pink, blue, orange, yellow. Those are definitely not my favorite colors at all. I like more like moody colors like black, brown, dark greens, you know, olive greens, and anything that's earthy tones. But the page was this color, and I had a bunch of ephemera in this color, including ink pad in this color. So I was like, heck, let's just go with it. It was a very, you know, bright day for me and happy, so I went with it, and I really like how it turned out. Anyways, moving on, the next day, Thursday the 11th, this was actually the day that I uploaded my unboxing from Your Creative Studio. Some personal things here, so I'm keeping the journal entry under this tab right here just to keep it personal. I included here some of the things that I got in the box, the thank you card that has the list of the things, and this was just one of the packagings from the stickers that I got. It was so cute. I didn't want to throw it out, so I just saved it. And to keep everything here, I just glued down half of the tag on the page, as you can see here, and then I just put it clip, and voila. The next day, the 12th, this was the day that actually China celebrates the Chinese New Year, so I did a spread. Again, I got two different subscription boxes, one from Art Atelier and the other one was from Café Analog, and both of them came with so many ephemeras celebrating the Chinese New Year that I just decided to create a page layout for it. So I actually have a journal with me video showing you how I decorate this page and the next one. So I'll link it above here on the screen, the playlist. So if you want to check it out later, you can. And here on the postcard underneath it, that's where I put it, the journal entry for the day, and I just stamped Chinese New Year. And yeah, I really like how this layout turned out. The next day, another normal day, but I had it so much writing here. I put my journal entry inside of this envelope. There's a lot of personal things in it, so I'm gonna keep it private. And I just decided to put this quote that also went along with what was going on in my life at this time. It says, "Nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know," by Pema Chodron. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the name correct, but yeah. The next day here, this was Valentine's Day. I really like how this one turned out. It was a very fun layout here. There's a lot of personal touch in this, a lot of memento. So for instance, this was actually the packaging from the flower bouquet that my husband gifted to me. This rose was one of the flowers that was in the bouquet that he gifted me. So of course I pressed it and I saved it here. And he also gave me, I used the same packaging here just to create a pocket so I could put actually, the journal entry for today, as well as this packaging that came with the orchid that he gifted to me. So he gave me a bouquet of roses and also an orchid, so I could actually keep the orchid in my studio. And he knows how much I love plants, and so yeah, it was very sweet of him. So anyways, moving on, the next day, this was Monday, February 15th, I decided to cut out this magazine image with the office desk, because actually I moved again my office and studio to my old space. I know I promised you guys that I was going to show you my new studio. It never happened, because before I even, you know, decided to record the new studio tour, I decided to move it back. It was just for, you know, filming purposes, reasons. Like, the new office was very dark for once. The audio quality on that room was very difficult to control, because it was one right on my living room. So like, if my husband was in the living room, you could hear everything, and it was just, you know, it was not carpeted like the other ones, so the sound quality was not as good. So I just decided to move back to my old office that used to be one of our guest bedrooms, and I'm loving it. So I just decided to create a, you know, a layout to show what I did this day. I spent pretty much the whole day just moving my office. Anyways, moving on the next day, this was the 16th on Tuesday. Not a specific reason why I decided to decorate the whole page with pink. There's a lot of pink in here. Again, I don't love pink. Actually, the only tone of pink that I like is the dust pink, because I think it goes well with, you know, browns, vintage, and things like that. But as you can see here, the pages on this, you know, insert was actually, it was like this very baby pink, and it's almost like a plastic. It's not even paper. So I just felt so bad not using it, because it's such a beautiful, it has, I don't know if my camera can pick up, but it has some details in white with some plants. It's just beautiful paper. I didn't want to cover it, so I just went with it, and I have so many ephemeras in pink that I just decided to go with it. My journal entry, it's underneath here. I'm not gonna show, has a lot of private stuff, but yeah, this is what is underneath it. And you're gonna notice here that throughout this journal, although I prefer darker colors and moody colors, I have no issues, you know, being very extra with my journals, and you know, working with different colors. I think life it's colorful, and my journal, it's for memory keeping, so I like to really use colors and mementos and ephemeras that actually makes me, it reminds me of what happened for that day, instead of, you know, worrying that certain color scheme, it doesn't go with my vibe or with my aesthetic or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, moving on, this next day here, this was the 17th. What day was this? Wednesday. I don't know why I didn't put Wednesday here, but this is my journal entry. Very simple. I just did a tab here, and I added this beautiful leaf that was gifted to me by one of you guys, Natasha. Actually, I put her card in here. Actually, I went to my PO box this day, and I had so many packages from you guys. So the next 3 pages here, it's going to be filled with things that I got in the mail. So I just attached her card right here. I'm not gonna open, so you know, I don't show what she wrote it to me, but yeah, so she gifted me some of those leaves. They're so pretty, so I used this up in here. The next day was the 18th. This was, I think, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So this was another card that I received in the mail. I'm just gonna flip the side here. This other one has some writing, so I'm gonna cover. I also put in here the business card that I got it from a company that sent me some protein bars. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For the next day here, actually I put 18 continuing, because I had extra pages in this insert that I could use up, so I just used up, and I put it in here, another postcard that was gifted to me by one of you guys. So I'm not gonna show you because it has some writing in here underneath it that's personal, but I actually have the journal with me when I show you guys how I created those pages. But yeah, moving on the next day. Oh, I love how this turned out. I know it's very messy. It's very messy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually covered this entire page here with some tape just to keep everything in the page. But we went again to Oak Creek, Sedona. If you guys don't know that, I live in Flagstaff, and Sedona, it's another town that's about an hour drive from us. And the weather change is just so incredible. It's just like, it's so crazy how much difference of weather. It's like in Flagstaff we still have snow on the ground. When it drive to Sedona, it literally changes, and it's so hot and warm. It's just such a different weather. So, and it's just an hour drive. It's just crazy difference. But anyways, I just covered this page because, as you can see here, it had this vellum with some of this wallpaper that was gifted to me by one of you guys, Natasha. Thank you. She always sends me so many beautiful things. And I just put my journal entry here with some craft paper. I cover some other stuff that was personal. But yeah, I picked up a leaf from the place that we stay and some other, you know, things here. And then we went to Oregano's for dinner, for pizza, so I put a sticker here. And this is actually not my picture. I got it from a magazine. It's just a picture of a random place in Sedona. But I don't think I took any picture this day, so I just decided to use this just to indicate that this was Sedona. Alright, sorry guys, I just need to change the lighting. The sun is setting right now, so it's getting a little bit darker, so I just changed the setting just to make it better. Alright, this next day, this was Saturday, February 20th. Nothing special here. I didn't have a lot to write this day. I just covered some personal things, but pretty much the whole day I spent editing, so I just cut it out in an image in a magazine with a girl and her computer. That's pretty much all that I did the whole day. And yeah, the next day, the 21st, this was Sunday. As you can see here, that same pink. So I decided to cover pretty much almost all of it to, you know, to not show through so much. But this day I actually published one of my unboxing from Art Atelier. So this is actually what it came with, the packaging with the wax seal that says Art Atelier, and all of the items that I use to decorate this page is from the box. I have some of my journal entry underneath here, but has personal stuff, so I'll keep it private. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. Very simple, but I liked it. The next day here, this is the 22nd, Monday. I got this tag from one of you guys. It was beautiful tags, so I thought it kind of matched with the pink on the page, so I just grabbed it and placed it here. And I had a lot of writing for this day, like pages and pages. Like I said, this was a tough month for me, so I decided to just, you know, glue down this envelope and put my entry here. But yeah, it's private, so I'll keep it inside. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. Again, I don't love pink, but I really like it still. Anyways, moving on, the next page. This was a crazy layout. I don't know what I was going with this. I mean, I had this vellum page with blue. Blue, it's another color that I don't super love it, but you know, you just work with it. So I got this ephemera that was gifted to me, or I got in a box, I don't remember. So I just wrote it my journal entry here. I didn't have a lot to write. I covered some of the things that were private, but I just went with it because I just decided, okay, I need something blue to match this page because I don't want to cover this vellum because it's so pretty. So I just picked something with blue and brown, and I went from there, and I just decided to go with more browns and blues. But yeah, that's pretty much it. No specific reason for this layout. Next day, this was a Wednesday, February 24th. I cover here again some of the private things, but pretty much I decided to cover this entire page here and kind of simulate my December cover for my insert. This is kind of like how my December cover looks like. And the reason why I recreated the cover for my December inserts because I spent literally the entire day this day working on my December insert. I was trying to finish it up. So yeah, so that's why I decided to decorate. Usually I do that. If I spend a whole day working on a specific insert, I try to actually recreate the cover of my insert as a form of, you know, cover, doing the layout of that page, because that's what pretty much I've done the whole day to remind me of that. Hope that makes sense. And in this page here, I wanted to keep the vellum still showing, so I just went in with some tea stain paper and some washi and stick it up my layout. All right, moving on, this next layout here, I actually have another journal with me where I show you how I made this you know, layout. This one was actually when I got the box from Your Creative Studio for the month of February. Absolutely love this box. This was by far my favorite box ever from Your Creative Studio. And I don't know, it's just everything was so beautiful. It was very like botanical, which I love it. There's a lot of mushrooms, which I love it. And yeah, she, you know, she added in this box some items that she never did it before, like this sample of crochet twine, and it was just so beautiful. So you guys saw me creating this if you watch the journal with me video. If not, again, the playlist will be linked so you guys can check it out later. But yeah, the next day here, I love how this page turned out. I'm not too crazy into pastel colors, but I like so much how this turned out. I mean, this day I spent a good chunk of my day just, you know, doing groceries and actually baking a cake for my husband, because it was his birthday on the 27th, so the next day. So I actually spent a good time just going to the groceries to buy the ingredients and then baking the cake for him. This cake turned out so good, so I took some pictures. If you guys follow me on Instagram, by the way, I have the handle on my Instagram in the description box down below if you wanna, you know, follow me. But yeah, I actually show you guys the process on Instagram of me creating this cake. So this is like a Nutella cake and milk cake, and I decided to go really extra and cut the cake into 2 parts and actually create a different filling with a cream cheese and a ricotta filling, and put some how to say berries, like strawberries, blueberries, you name it, all the berries. And oh my god, it was so good. And inside was like Nutella chocolate cream, and then like on the top was like a milk cream. Oh, it was just so good. Anyway, so yeah, the next day was my husband's birthday, and yeah, it was just, I really like how this layout turned out. It's very busy. It's so busy. I usually don't create layouts like that with so many different, you know, pieces. What else? Like, I don't know what I'm going with. But anyway, so I just printed this happy birthday sticker here, and I put my journal entry right here. And we went for dinner to Texas Roadhouse. He loves this place, so that's the place that he picked to have dinner on his birthday. So I just stick like the business card that I got it from there. And there's a lot of different items in here and different, you know, layers. So I put it here, the receipt for the dinner that we had it. So I have the list of what we had it for dinner that day. It's a pity that receipts, you know, doesn't stay that long, but anyways. So here, and then it's a picture of me and him in the restaurant, and yeah, it was super cool. The next day, this is the last day of the month. I can't believe it. I covered a little bit here, just some private things, but this was very simple because I literally made it those 2 layouts in the same day. And after I was done with this one, all of my creativity was gone. I couldn't think of anything else to create, so I decided to go with a very simple spread. So I just grabbed some you know, paper that was gifted to me by one of my pen pals. I spent pretty much the whole day recording, so I just put it the sticker with a camera, and yeah, I mean, nothing else really. That's pretty much it. The last page I just stamped Goodbye February with green, because this page was kind of like a pastel green. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's flip through. Wow, it's yeah, it was a ride of a month. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad it's over. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you stick this far in this video. First of all, thank you for watching this long of a video. I really appreciate it. But let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite layout of this entire you know, journal? And if I could guess, gosh, there's so many good ones that I really liked it. I feel that February was one of those months that I really explore a lot of different designs, and I really like how a lot of those designs came out. But I think if I could say one that I really liked, it was probably the Chinese New Year. I really like this one, and I really like my husband's. I really like this one too, and the one for my husband's birthday. I really like those. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, any suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And my next flip through, it's going to be the full 2020 flip through, so I can't wait to show you guys the entire year of my journaling. And yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye for now.